Good morning. This is Dylan Jovine from Behind the Markets. Happy Friday. Today's the 18th, TGIF. It's also hoodie weather down in South Florida, finally. I wanted to talk about, a lot of members have emailed me to talk about the jobs market, how they should interpret it, because by all appearances, the economy is strong and the market certainly has been going higher. And when you dig into the numbers, the headline number is that unemployment was 4.1%. That's terrific. But when you dig into the numbers, it paints a little bit of a different story. And I think that story is worth talking about. Just reviewing, when you look at the September jobs report, you see the U.S. economy created 785,000 new government jobs last month, which is the second largest on record. Overall, government jobs accounted for 85% of all increase in monthly payrolls, meaning that the private sector only accounted for 15% of the new jobs that were created. And right now, side note, government workers now account for 22 million jobs. The government employs 22 million people. This is the largest number on record. So our federal government is now bigger than it has ever been. No surprise there whatsoever. And again, the unemployment rate would be 4.5%. instead of the 4.1% that was released. How did we get here? At the end of every presidential term in office, especially if the person's running for re-election or they have a VP that plans to pick up, like Reagan did with Bush 1, what they do is they backload a lot of fiscal stimulus. So you hear that the U.S. government borrowed $1.8 trillion in spending. That was backloaded for the fourth year in office so that the unemployment rate would be low, people would have jobs, they'd feel optimistic about the economy, the stock market would be moving higher, et cetera, et cetera. Now, that is not unique to Joe Biden, although the scale of this one, as I started to think about it as the great manipulation, it's crazy. Here's the good news. The good news is we own a lot of good stocks and the market's been going up and we've been able to take terrific profits. Just in the past month alone, we've taken 300, 400% profits on Palantir, 160% profits on Rocket Labs, and we're sitting around looking for opportunities. But look, don't fall in love with this market. This is a two-pronged market. On the surface, things look good, but underneath the surface, there is a lot of fiscal stimulus just coursing through the veins of this. It's like steroids coursing through the veins of this economy. And there's a Warren Buffett story that actually Ben Graham story. Ben Graham was Warren Buffett's mentor, teacher, who wrote The Intelligent Investor and Security Analysis and all these great books in my business that I've read that have been very important in my life. And Ben Graham has a story about when you buy a stock, you basically become partners with Mr. Market. Now, it helps to look at Mr. Market as somebody who is prone to bouts of euphoria and bouts of depression, a manic depressive person. Let's say that you're in a private business. You and Mr. Market own a private business that makes, you have 50-50 partners at a private business that makes $1 million a year. You cut it right down the middle. Now, some days, Mr. Market, your business partner, is very euphoric and he thinks the world's great, blue skies ahead, everything's amazing. Oh my God, this is the greatest thing in the world. And he is thrilled. And he says, I want to buy your share of the business for this crazy high price. On other days, Mr. Market goes, oh my God, we lost a customer today. The world's coming to an end. I can't handle it anymore. I just want to sell it. I want to get out. The idea here is not to really take advice from Mr. Market because Mr. Market is emotionally unstable. The idea here is to take advantage of Mr. Market when he's offering you a terrific price for your share of the business, or he wants to sell his share of the business for an absurdly low price. And investing in the markets is the same exact thing. Mr. Market right now is very euphoric. Oh my God, the skies are blue. This is amazing. Holy mackerel. The only question I've been asking myself lately, is this 2006, 2007, right before the bubble popped, or is this 97, 98, right before 98, 99, with the internet bubble that popped? The only question is, which bubble does this most look like? Which asset bubble? Because we've had our share of asset bubbles in the last 25, 30 years, and frankly, going back to the beginning of time. The good thing about the markets is human nature doesn't change. Humans will always act a certain way based on fear or greed. So when you're thinking about this, we are taking advantage of Mr. Market's euphoria when we sell companies like Palantir for a 400% profit. Just like Peter Thiel, the founder of the company, sold $1 billion worth of stock. He's not stupid. And now, speaking of Palantir, a lot of shorts are coming in and starting to hammer the stock, and it's becoming heavily shorted. But that's another story. Anyway, never forget Mr. Market. Never forget that there's something happening on top, and there's a completely different story happening underneath the surface. And it is my job and hope to help you see behind the markets so you can see what the game behind the game, the inside baseball, which is what we're trying to call here. Anyway, have a great day. Go Yankees, go Mets.